Hey, Neo fam, happy Thursday to you. It's a little after 12 noon Central Time as I'm recording this, about 12:15 my time. And I wanted to start here, 4 a.m. this morning, this Eastern Time, 4 a.m., 5-minute incremental window was green. And then this was that 8 o'clock one, was red. But what was really interesting for me is after this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think all 3 days, I talked about the $5.19 level for NIO stock. And what we got on a big volume day today, over 100 million shares traded, which is important. Typically, we see NIO move up and move up aggressively on those days. We see NIO kind of blowing out to the upside from that 519 level. Interestingly enough, this was the recent term, and that was kind of where I was. It's one of the reasons, not the only reason, but that's kind of in this recent uptrend that had been sort of the roof or ceiling. So now I'm wondering if 519 is actually going to be the floor. But let's go back a little further with the data so I can show you why I'm thinking this or wondering this. The 519 level, now this is, I should clarify, this goes back to the beginning of 2025. This is late in January over here on the left-hand side. So right here, these points at which were roughly the 519 level for NIO, it was after these, and these were the recent high until the most recent, what we're actually seeing kind of take shape or unfold today. These were followed by a huge, very dense pocket of FTDs. And with the FTDs, we also had a lot lower trade volume. Let me take you out a little bit further to kind of prove this sort of thesis that I've had as an ongoing theory that the 100 million share trade volume seems to be an indicator for us with NIO stock moving up and up aggressively. If we go back, now we're looking at from about June of 2024 until the end of 2024. Check this out. This is the high on this day was a 536 level. The close was 518. Notice how close it is to that 519 price point that I was talking about. And by the way, this was the high in this very short-term time frame, and it was a day with over 120 million shares traded. Also, if we go back to the last time it was a little above that, we had, this was in late October of 2024, we had over 109 million shares trade, and the price was above $6 for the high, and the close was 581, the low was 537. So that certainly is a level that we're trading within right now as I'm recording this, and the price is bouncing around the $5.55 range. But if we go back just a little bit further, check this out. Once again, we've got, this is early October 2024 on a trade volume day of 135 million shares trade. You saw the high for NIO at $7.38. The low was 682. The close of that day was 721. So I think what gets really interesting is if we start seeing more of these bigger trade volume days and the price for NIO continues to move up, it will not surprise me at all if we see NIO pop up to maybe even above that $7 level in the short term. But I think it's going to matter what's going on with things like the daily trade volume, and then also the FTDs. If they come in and get elevated at the same time low volume comes in, that could be the shorts trying to take this thing down. Also, final thought for the video, I will be keeping an eye on about the last half hour of the trade day, and I don't know if I'll watch it live. I'll look back if I can't track it live. Thomas Hayes, shout out to him, Hedge Fund Tips with Tom. In one of his podcasts, I remember him talking about how if funds are going to get margin called, I believe he said it would usually happen within about the last half hour of the trade day. So perhaps from that 2:30 Central Time frame on. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I think if we're going to see a short squeeze in the super short term, we may see elevated volume and big price moves up from that time frame on. I'm not promising or even expecting it. I just want to keep it in the back of my mind and wanted to share it. But this video has already gone on longer than I intended, so let me get it up and out as soon as possible. It is almost 12:20 Central Time as I'm concluding this video on Thursday, August 21st, 2025. Have a great day or night whenever you see this. I'll see y'all again very soon.